Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rook, and I'm back with another NIKKE video. I'll be covering the patch notes for the January 16th update. They're pretty short, but they have tons of really interesting and important information, especially about quality of life changes and favorite items. So let's go ahead and get started here. So first of all, of course, maintenance is going to be between 11 to 1800 January 16th, 2025, UTC plus 9. Go ahead and plug that into your time zone converter to see what that's going to be like in your local time zone. Now for major updates. So of course the new NIKKE we'll be getting is SSR Mana. She's the scientist researcher. If you guys remember her from throughout the story, I actually made a previous video where when they announced this, so I talked about her. But she's gonna be an attacker who grants buff to her allies and strengthens herself. She's gonna be an attacker class. Her weapon's gonna be AR. Her code's Wind, manufacturer Missilus. And her banner is gonna be running between January 16th through January 30th. So you have the typical 2 weeks to pull for her. You're going to have about a 2% chance of acquiring SSR Mana. And let's see, we're going to skip through all that. Okay, so new events. So the new story event is going to be Wisdom Spring. This is going to be Mana's event. So there you go there. You guys can go ahead and read the description if you're interested in, the background. What's it going to be about. And Archives Perfect Made. So this was Made Privities and AIDS event. It's going to be added to Archives now. So you're going to be able to access it. And get to relive that experience. I actually really enjoy this event, and I actually kind of recommend you guys check it out if you weren't playing NIKKE back then, or you skipped over this story. I sometimes skip over like the event stories if I notice that the first like couple not chapters, parts of it, it's like kind of boring. But this is one of those stories I actually really enjoyed. Definitely got to know Privity and Aid a lot better, and it's really cute and really fun. Especially the ending little animation they have. It's actually, I really like that one, especially. I just remember that. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. So you're going to have a typical 7-day login, coordinated operation. All right, so this is like the major news I was talking about. Let's go ahead and get started here. First, new favorite items. So we already know about this, but new NIKKEs with favorite items are going to be added into the game for Helm, Miranda, Drake, and Milk. I'm especially excited about Helm. I'm a big Helm fan, and Helm hasn't gotten too much attention, recently. So I'm glad that they're, giving her some, some love now, and she definitely deserves it. And I'm especially happy with the artwork they gave her. Looks absolutely gorgeous. It's easily my favorite out of the 4, but they all have really gorgeous artwork, to be fair. But listen, I use Helm a lot, so getting a favorite item for an older character like Helm, it's really nice. It's gonna help her catch up a little bit, especially with these newer meta NIKKEs. So the condition to unlock the favorite item feature, it's to clear campaign stage 6-4. If you guys have been playing NIKKE for a while, you guys don't even have to worry about this because you probably already have cleared this stage already. If you're a relatively very new player, you may have not even gotten to this part or getting close to this part. Definitely go ahead, push through this part and get through that stage so you guys will be able to unlock these favorite items. Especially if you have these characters, you don't want to miss out. These favorite items are like kind of game changing. They really help make these older characters have a lot of better place in the current day meta. I'm just waiting for Rapi's favorite item now. Once she gets favorite item, I already use her all the time. I already never really take her off the team, but I'm definitely never taking her off the team once she gets her favorite item. Let's see. So we're gonna be able to get the favorite item materials for Helm, Miranda, Drake, and Milk. Can be obtained from Dispatch and Solo Raid. They could also be obtained from the mileage shop. So you could use your golden mileage tickets. You could use them to redeem for these favorite items for the Season 3 NIKKEs. So you'll be able to get the Helm, Miranda, Drake, or Milk. Now, for your silver mileage tickets, you could use those to get a spare bodies for them. And then, once you clear the stage, you'll be able to, have that unlocked. And now, here's some of the actual quality of life updates they're adding. So, first of all, they added quick battle option to the cleared stages in Soul Raid. Pretty nice. I like that. Simplified the daily missions. Guys, this is the major news that I've been waiting for. I think they announced this about a month ago. And the community, I think a lot of the community members are also really thrilled to see this finally happening. I really hope they shorten NIKKE dailies by quite a bit because right now they're so long. And if you guys only play NIKKE, you might not realize how long they are. But if you play other waifu gacha games like me, if you've tried other waifu gacha games like me, you will know that NIKKE has probably one of the longest dailies in any of these games that I've ever really played or seen. It's ridiculous. Like NIKKE dailies, I'd say is like the quickest you could get NIKKE dailies done with you like kind of spamming buttons and just quickly going through it is maybe like 20 minutes. realistically, it takes you guys, it's gonna take everyone about like half an hour to get through like an average day of NIKKE Dailies, which is like way too long for like a game that's you're kind of just meant to log in for like maybe 15 minutes at most a day to just like look at it and then log out. That's kind of the design of the gacha game. So, you know, a game like this where it's like pushing way past 20 minutes, you know, going through 30 minutes, when it's a major update, you're more looking at like maybe 45 minutes. It's a little too much, especially when you compare it to games like Brown Dust 2, Azure Lane, Snowbreak, where these games have such shorter dailies. So hopefully they can bring that amount down to maybe 10 minutes if possible. If they could get it down to 10 minutes, I'd be way happier. But they added quick simulation feature to simulation room, like that as well. They added the minigame Desert Rush to the arcade. Is this Mate Privity's minigame? I hope so. If this is, I'm really excited. I love that minigame so much. That was probably one of my favorite minigames. I remember I like grinded so hard to make sure I had like the highest score. And I think I had a pretty high score. I forget what it was, but I really like this game. I hope that's what this is. I need to check. They added new background music to the cash shop. Oh, another one. Okay. It's really good right now. Hopefully the next one's really good, but they usually do. NIKKE music is always like incredible. Added new titles. They added new profile card objects to the profile decoration. They added a new background music in Lost Sector. They added a new background in Jukebox and new commodities. So they have new character packages. And then optimizations and miscellaneous updates. Okay, guys, so those of you playing the English dub, this kind of affects you guys. If you don't play the English dub like me, you play like in maybe the KR or the JP dub. I play with the JP voice acting. This has no effect on you whatsoever. But they have temporarily changed the English voiceovers for certain characters due to personal reasons. And this has kind of been happening quite a bit more. So this is happening with Miranda and Milk's VAs. We're getting new ones in the English dub. You see this quite a bit more often. Not, you know, it's not all the time, but you definitely seeing it quite more frequently here, where a lot of these English VAs are stepping away from certain roles, especially in games like waifu gacha games. And of course, it could be due to scheduling reasons. This is probably likely due to scheduling reasons. You know, it's hard to say, but this happens quite a bit with the EN voice acting, especially compared to JP. You don't really see this happen too often. So it's kind of a bummer for you guys who play in the English dub, especially if you like the original VAs. Hopefully these new ones are pretty solid for y'all. I have not even listened to really any of the English voice actors, so I don't know like 99% of them for this game. But hopefully these new ones are, you know, pretty solid and, you know, represent the character really well. And then, of course, they made some optimizations and bug fixes. They didn't add this, but they did announce that Rapi's getting a new ASMR. So that's going to be our next ASMR character, which I think everyone's like all for. I haven't seen anyone that be like, oh, why Rapi? Because, you know, it's Rapi. Everyone loves Rapi. So I'm glad that she's getting ASMR. Their ASMRs are pretty solid, actually, if you haven't checked them out. So definitely, you know, look into that once we finally get it. So I'm excited about that. But besides that, guys, that's really it for the video. I hope you guys found this informative. Definitely, you know, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in even more NIKKE content. And, well, I'll catch you guys in the next video.